Then the second point is story presentation or kahani story presentation. Story presentation is the way the story is presented in the film. The the opening of the film, then the body, and then the climax, the 3-act thing which comes in a story. In this, I have given this film 8 out of 10. I loved the opening so much because it's about rocketry and how it's coming from the space, then Earth, and then India, then the south of India, and then my beloved Kerala. Why my beloved Kerala? That's a different story, but my beloved Kerala, and then Trivandrum, and then it's like Google Street View map, and then and setting the context with the mantras chanting and this man and his family and the small things which are happening in the family, and we are waiting to see the protagonist, and then the protagonist is shown with, because a human being's greatest power is his or her, the power of his or her Aatma, or the spirituality, or in the meta soul. And our Madhavan, I salute you for making this film. Anyways, and also the producers, his wife and some Verghese and other people. So that was a beautiful start. Then the body is also beautiful, and the ending of the film is like, I feel that the ending of the film, the director has shown certain things. The main villain, who's also from Trivandrum, but I don't want to open up everything in the thing. But he has not, or maybe he has, but I did not hear. But it was not obviously told the name of the villain or the group of the villain who were responsible for all the things which this man had gone through. Nambi Narayanan had gone through, the problems and all the bad things which he has gone through. But it's a beautiful presentation. But still I've given the film 8 out of 10 for the story presentation, because I think even R. Madhavan feels this thing, that he could have done it much better, or maybe he could have done it the best which he has already done. Anyways, so let's go to the third thing. The third thing is acting. I just, there are so many aspects of acting, because I'm also a trained actor from Roshan Taneja's. Since 1970s, I think most of the greatest actors, learned actors of Bharat, of India, were trained under him, and he was trained under my another favorite from Hollywood. So the acting thing, which many people may have said that acting could have been better, and that his acting or her acting could have been better, but I feel the acting of the characters in the film, they were as good as 8.5 out of 10. I don't want to go into the acting things of each person, because in acting I also put because for me as an actor, when I have the costume on, when I have the makeup on, and the hairstyle is on, and I'm in, and then the whole acting thing becomes a complete package. Acting is not just what I'm doing and how I'm looking, or expression on my face. It's also the makeup, the hair, and the costume, and that makes the acting in a whole for me. And I could just give 8.5. That's a huge thing, because I see films where great films where the acting is not so beautiful, but still it could have been much better. But still 8.5 is a lot. Then the next point is the music and the song part. The BGM, the background music, and the songs which happens, and the mantras, and so many other things which are part of a film, or a Indian film, or any film as such. And I feel that the music is beautiful, but could have been much more beautiful. There was a lot of scope where the music could have been much more beautiful. The songs could have been well knitted, and also the BGM could have been, films is quite also a money thing. The more money, the more sweet you put in a pudding, the more sweeter it is. So similarly, so I have given this film in music and song portion, I've given 6 out of 10. Then the next part is the sound. The 5th point. Sound, I have learned sound from a maestro of film industry, Anup Mukhopadhyay, in SRFTI. And he has also done sound for my first film, which is called Kolkata Kali, or My Karma. And somehow he has put the importance and the beauty of sound into me in such a way that I have developed a sixth sense, or a special sense of sound. So I have given 8 out of 10, which I feel I have given much more than I would have given. But in an emotional swing, I gave 8, and I'll stick to it, because I feel the sound, even though I've seen the film in the theater where the sound was supposed to be good, but the theater could have a better sound. So, but I loved the sound. The next is the visuals, is what we see in the film, and I feel the visuals could have been much more wow kind of thing. It was a wow inducing thing, but it had the possibilities of being much more better. But as I said, it's all about how much sugar you put into the pudding. Much more beautiful cameras, and the concept of framing, and the concept of what the visual part of it is also. I have learned quite a lot from another great visual expert, the cinematographer of Satyajit Ray, the Oscar Lifetime Award winner. I have learned the importance and designing and speciality of visuals from quite a few. Then Van Gogh, I have learned a lot, and Leonardo da Vinci, and so many. There are many people from whom I have learned the visual excellence. So I have given 7 out of 10 to this film. And the next point is entertainment value. Entertainment value of a film, because at the end of the day, a film has to be sold in the market, and it's a pity, but it's a reality that we have to put a lot of entertaining things which hooks the audience, as they say in film schools and film circles. And you can hook the audience by some spices, like when you are making a nice food. I'm a food lover, and we have the special Gen A food thing. So I bring food all the time in my talks. So, for making a kind of food, you have to put a kind of spices. So for this, there was a lot of humor, which is very beautiful, but the humor couldn't be understood by everyone, the masses. But you make films because the best of films are made according to the taste of your inner being, not according to the taste of the audience. And then you resonate your inner being as a creator, as a director, with the audience's inner being. But I felt the film was quite entertaining for me, and that is the reason why I've given 8 out of 10. That's a huge number, especially for a film of this genre, or a film which is made on a rocket scientist who had gone through so much, these conspiracies against him and so much dark things which were against him. And of course, we are going to come to the very important things as a Aatma Guru, which seeing this film, or a Korak Day seeing this film, the meta value. The meta value is the value of beyondness of this film, because many films are just as products, and you just go and see it and you forget it. You just go and for certain spices or certain, like you like this kind of food, and you go and see such films. A film is not something like a product only. Of course, there's a lot of investment into a film, and then you need to get returns. But thank God we are living in these times when you don't have to create some nonsense entertaining masala films to get back the returns, which were like Bollywood films and even Hollywood films, where the content, the meta portion of the content was not even there, and still a film. Because a film for me is something which must be a mirror to the creator's inner consciousness or inner excellence. So I feel this thing that a filmmaker needs to have his or her Aatma intelligence or inner excellence, because without that, a creator is just a factory owner creating products. Because of the huge budget which is required to make a film, most of the time what happens, a film becomes a product. A film becomes something which is only created to earn profits out of. Like, who would love to invest their money into losing it? So, but some films could actually, because of the content of the film, or because of the material the film is promoting, or because of the lucky stars, or all these angels who would come and invest their money into the film, because of that, a film has that quality of that meta. Meta is beyond. Like, anyone who would want to learn about loving his country, irrespective of, in spite of all the problems that he or she goes through, and continues to fight even at his old age, alone, lonely, to prove a point. So this is not only restricted to those who wants to be a scientist or a rocket scientist or a space scientist, or even those people, simple people like who would love to love his or her country and wants to get some special dose in their mitochondria. And so that is the reason why I have given 10 out of 10 to this film in the meta value of the film. The ninth point is the feelings post seeing the film. When you see this film and any film and come out of the cinema hall, what is going on in your head and how much it stays. You can see that you go to see a normal product, and it doesn't even, the moment you come out of the film, a cinema hall, it's gone. It's evaporated out of your system. But some films stays with you, becomes part of you. That is why for this film, Rocketry, the Nambi effect, you can guess I could not give anything less than 10 out of 10 to this film. Especially for me. I don't know what about you, but I felt 10 out of 10.